All right, so we are just about underway. Make sure my mic is on there. Uh, so lineups are up on your screen. Obviously, the big thing here today is uh, Yuhan Jen versus Puig. I don't know. I've never been this excited for a game that I'm not 100% involved in. They were teammates together with the Dodgers. A big Dodgers reunion, I believe, because if you if you're not aware, the starting pitcher for Kiwoom is actually Pak Chan Ho's nephew. So obviously Pak Chan Ho played with uh, the Dodgers for years, so big connection there. But Hanwha basically they're sending out the same lineup that they send out most of the time. Chan Sung at first, Wang Young Mook at second. Now that An Chi Hong is down at the second league. So Yun Jin on the season, 3.18 ERA, 3 games, but has not had a decision yet. 17 innings. Opponents are hitting 262 against him, and we are about ready for the first pitch, and that is going to be lifted up into the air. That left fielder Kim Tae-yeon coming in, and one pitch, one out. Just how you drew it up, right? All right, here's the matchup that I am excited about. Weeg versus Yuan Jin. Here we go. Misses inside, ball one. So last year against Kiwoom, did not pitch well. 3 games at a 5.89 ERA. As 1-0 as that is ripped, but foul back by the GS Hanwha Place. I don't know what that's called. Pass it all the time. And 1-1 pitch coming up. 254 on this season for Puig. And the 1-1 misses outside at 2-1. They played together for 2013 to 2018. That is going to be a liner into right field, and that will be 2 away. 2 quick outs, 5 pitches, just what he needs. 89 pitches is the most he has thrown all season. So 89 pitches in his last outing was the most he's thrown all season, and that was in just 5 innings. Basically, if he goes 6 innings, he's done. It seems like. And that's going to bring up Pak Chu Hong, who grounds shortstop, fields it behind the second base. And just like that, 6 pitches, 3 outs will go to the bottom of the first. It's 1, 2, 3. That's a big, big start for Yuan Jin. Just 6 pitches there. Gotta love that anytime you can get through the order that quickly. Especially with the pitcher that Kiwoom has on the mound. He has not had a good season at all. So get my other stuff set up, ready to go. So Osun Jin at short, the former Hanwha Eagles. What's up, Brandon? Why is that doubling up there? That's weird. I don't know why it's doubling up. Let's try this. How is life, sir? How's I assume you're still in Missouri. Missouri. I hope you took the over in this game, Brandon. Fourth sellout of the season for Hanwha. Again, brand new stadium. I have yet to see a game in the stadium. Again, I've seen the stadium multiple times as I walk by it all the time. Florida for 8 years. Okay. Where in Florida I'm looking for Nick in the crowd, looking for the tallest man at the stadium, and seeing if we can see him there. He said he's in the cheer section. Big Kiwi Nick for those of you who often join. All right, Wong Young Muka steps in. Kim Yoon Ha, not a good season so far, 8.79 ERA. And the first pitch is going to be ripped right back up the middle. And just like that, the no hitter is over, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect game is over, and Hanwha has a base runner. Yeah, it's not too shabby. It's just working and watching baseball. That is my life, I guess. How's the little one? You got any picks on this game? Or are you just enjoying? L'Oreal steps in, hitting a buck 80 on the season. And that is fouled away, and it's 0-1. 180 on the season for the center fielder. That sounds not too shabby. Still has not had a home run. They were talking about him being a 2020 guy. He's been picked off on foul balls more than he's actually hit home runs. And here comes the pitch. Sets up on the outside, and he hits the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Yeah, I mean, so Kim Yoon-ah, 8.79 ERA on the season. Last year against Hanwha, he had a 6.75 ERA. His last outing, he went 3.1 innings. He's given up 7 home runs already on the season, 5 in his first game. And here comes the 0-2 pitch inside in the dirt, and it's 1-2. You and Jen again. Obviously, the 6 pitch inning to start really helps things out, but I wouldn't say he's pitched particularly great. He's again a 3.18 ERA, but offense has been down pretty bad all season. Kiwoom is without their other foreign bat. Remember, Kiwoom is the only team in the league that has 2 foreign bats. He's was removed from the team. I don't know why, as that is fouled away. And Florio once again proves that he is one of the best foul ball hitters in the league. Fair, not so much. Foul, excellent. You watch it on Soup, or Soup Live, I guess is what it's called. All right, Wong Young Mook still over at first base. The 1-2 pitch. We'll see if they put him in motion, and that is in the dirt, and that gets away, and he's going to head on over to second base. I don't know. It's going to go down as a wild pitch, but I'd almost say it's a pass ball. The catcher definitely should have had that. He tried to almost backhand it instead of sliding over. It wasn't even like a backhand. It was, yeah, he didn't move his body at all. Yeah, I guess he tried to backhand to his glove side instead of flipping the glove over and moving his body. And the 2-2 pitch is outside, and that's going to run the count full. We've got our first full count of the day. Gotta love a good full count in the first inning, because why the heck not? All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. And he pops him up. Center fielder back, forward, and forward. And he is 1 away. Fly ball to center field. If you're scoring at home, I hit the wrong button. If you are counting pitches for you and Jin, doesn't move him forward. A unproductive out, and that pass ball or wild pitch, whichever one it was scored, is pretty much useless now. Moon Hyun Bin will step in, the DH. Again, just saw the stat that he is number 5 in the league with for WAR for DHs. 286 on the season, and that misses outside. 1-0. And I don't like him as a DH. I really don't. I much prefer him to just play the field somewhere. He can play three, four positions, but they want him to DH, and he just doesn't have it as a DH. He pops that one foul and out of play, 1-1. We call him Mr. Clutch because he can only really ever pinch hit. I have not been home since 2017. I've not been home at all. That is a swing and a miss there, 1-2. Yeah, yeah. I moved here to Korea in 2014. I've been home one time, and that was in 2017. I had planned to go home in 2020. 3 years there, 3 years go, 3 years go. But obviously 2020, nobody was going anywhere. Fouls that one away, and it stays 1-2 to the left-handed young DH. Again, he was up for rookie of the year his very first season, 100 hits in his first season playing center field, unnaturally center field. He's naturally a second baseman. But here comes the 1-2. That's going to be through the right side, and Wong Young Mook is going to round first and head on into home as the RBI single from Moon Hyun Bin, and Hanwha has already got one run on. Moon Hyun Bin proving why he should. Again, they went and signed An Chi Hong last off season. He's now in the second league to replace Moon Hyun Bin over at second, and then they signed Shimu Jun, who's the starting second or shortstop. They signed him to a big overpriced contract once again, and he's left out again. All right, No Shiwan steps in, 217 on the season, fouls that one back and out of play, 0-1. 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 10 advertisements on this uniform, 10 extra patches, just besides the Eagles. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Noshiwan, and that misses inside, 1-1. Try to get my pitch count caught up here. There we go. And the 1-1, it pops him up. Second baseman Song Sung Moon out into the grass, and that will be two away. No Shiwan continues his offensive struggles. He gets the random hit here and there, but really has not done well at all this season. That's going to bring up a Cheon Song, the Capitan himself. Lots of people asking that he is not in the lineup, asking send him down to the second league because of defensive mishaps, offensive mishaps. He's hitting 189, and he looks at ball one on the outside there, hitting 189 on the season. Again, he is the captain, but not playing well. 259 on base percentage, but yet he's still thrown into the fifth spot in the league or in the order constantly as 1-0 is lifted into center field, but that will be three away. We'll go to the bottom of, or the top of the second. Hanwha puts on a run and takes the lead 1-0. Couple hits by the young guys that never get to play, or they don't want them to play because they keep taking them out of the lineup, but they keep producing, so they end up having to put them back in the lineup. A lot of pitches there. Yeah, I mean, you could go to the lake and get a beach, right? When you go to Mazingo Beach, Mazingo Beach, that's where I've heard that it's absolutely all right. 18 pitches in that first inning for Kim Yuna. I don't know why there's a strikeout up there. Why is there a strikeout showing? There we go. All right. First pitch is a strike in there. So I'm trying to answer Nick's calls and everything else as that one misses on the outside and it's 1-1. So Kim Gun Hee, the backstop, hitting 214 on the season. And that's going to be a chopper. That might be trouble. Short second baseman over grabs it and throws out. Kim Gun Hee moving down the line, but that's one away. I don't know what you're talking about, man. No idea whatsoever. And that's going to bring up Kiwoom Bean, 167 on this season. Kiwoom already running into some serious injury issues early in the season. In everybody's pick basically to finish dead last. The fact that they're tied with Hanwha, who a lot of people picked to make the playoffs, including myself. As here comes the 1-1. That's ball two, but he swings at it, and Noshiwan over and make the play, and two away. Yuan Jen working quickly today. Already 5 outs in just 12 pitches. That brings up John J. Young. He's hitting the same as I am this year, 0. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the former pitcher. Again, ran into a bunch of injuries as a pitcher, so he ended up converting to a right fielder as that misses low, 1-1. Will do, will do. All right, sounds good. If you want to come to Korea, man, come to Korea. I live a couple blocks from the stadium. We'll head to the stadium together, and you can watch in person. And that's a ball outside, 2-2. Take care, Brandon. Have a good one, man. No problem. Stop in anytime. I'm here every game. Or just send me a message if you have questions about something. All right, the 2-2 swing and a miss, and the first strikeout for Yuhan Jin is 1-2-3, 1-2-3 goes the Kiwoom offense. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Hanwha. Just mowing them down. Checking some messages. All right. Can't believe we're not back yet. All right. I got out of work late, so I'm a little behind on my preppy. All right. Our little view of Bomun-san at the top of the mountain. Actually, I've been right there and taken pictures before. Just to the right where they've got a little netting up. All right. Kim Tae-yeon will step in. 241 on the season for Hanwha's left fielder this year, and that runs up and in, and it's 1-0. And another one outside. 20 pitches, 2-0 counts to number 25 in the bottom of the second. Yeah. That's ripped, but it's foul, and it's 2-1. I don't know. That was he just got a single, and it was like the greatest thing ever. I didn't watch yesterday's game because I was streaming the extra inning beauty of a game against SSG versus Samsung. But that misses upstairs, and it's 3-1 now. Imuna really struggling. Yesterday, apparently he was 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. All right, the 3-1 runs inside, and he's gonna be on base. That's the second straight inning that Hanwha's had the leadoff runner on base or leadoff batter on base. Eugene Young will come up to bat. The number 7 hitter hitting 261. And that is going to be right through the right side, and Kim Tae-yeon will head over to or second base. And they've got runners on first and second with nobody out. This is usually the kryptonite for Hanwha. The absolute kryptonite for Hanwha. First and second, nobody out, because this is where they usually bunt. And then they don't get anybody to get hit because they strike out too much. So we'll see what happens here. They have JJ Hoon is stepping in. He's one of the best hitters on the team as far as contact hitters, leading the team in average with 304. So, of course, you want your the team leader in average to bunt because that is how you win games, ladies and gentlemen. And yep, there he goes. He squares around a bunt, and he steps off the back of the mound. Just don't understand it. And he pulls the bunt back, but it's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, finally. And that's way outside. 1-1 now. Imuna is struggled mightily with command on the season. 6 walks, but in 14 innings, already walked 1 today. In Che Jae-hoon hitting 304, but they're asking him to bunt because the manager manages like it's still 1985. And the 1-1 pitch. This is upstairs, 2-1. Looks over at the dugout to make sure everybody sees his ninja skills. All right, 2-1 pitch. Pitch clock down to 2-1, and that's going to be a ball. There we go. Ball 3. Ball 3 on a pitch clock violation. That ball's got some grass all over it. I can see the grass marks on it. I'm surprised it's still in play. All right, the 3-1 pitch now with after the pitch clock violation, he pulls the bat back, spins around, and fakes the throw to second base. Again, in the KBO, they do not have the 3 checks rule. So if the pitch clock is low, then they can just step off the back of the mound. All right, the 3-1 pitch. First baseman, third baseman coming up, and he pops it up to the first baseman. Wow. Well done, Hanwha. I mean, so stupid. Manager's so dumb. Manager's so bad. Bunting it off the plate. All right, that brings up Shimu Jun, who looks at the ball 1 at the top of the zone. Didn't call it a strike, though. Must have missed a part of it. 2/3 of an inning. As that is upstairs, and it's 2-0. Well, Ryun Jin has thrown 16 pitches through 2 innings already. Who started for NC? Kim Tae-gyun. 2-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball past the shortstop as Kim Tae-gyun is going to come around and score on the RBI single. And just like that, Hanwha's got themselves a 2-0 lead with still got runners on first and second. Still threatening. I don't know. Kiwoom is going to end up having about 14 pitchers. They're going to have position players pitching. You missed the sweet first and second, nobody out. So Hanwha bunts and then he pops it up and the first baseman catches it. All right, Shimu Jun comes through with a big RBI after the blown sacrifice bunt. Oh, Kim Yuna, again, I told you guys he does not pitch well. He has not pitched well all season. He did not pitch particularly well last season either. He had moments that he pitched really well, but other than that, he kind of just couldn't get it done. Wang Young Mook now 1 for 1 on the day, and he fakes the bunt, and it's 1-0. Wang Young Mook 1 for 1 on the day, a single and a run scored back in the first inning. And the 1-0 sets up on the outside, and he misses badly, but he fouls that away, and it's 1-1. Man, Lotte games just take forever. And it's so weird because they're playing in Sajik, they're playing in Busan, but Lotte is the away team because NC has no stadium at this point, as that misses outside, and it's 2-1. And I don't know if NC is going to be able to host any more games. Their home games last week or next week have also been canceled. So here comes the 2-1 pitch as he lifts that one, but foul and out of play, and it's 2-2 now. I don't know how well set up the other stadium is. I don't know how well the old stadium. Again, NC has a brand new stadium, NC Changwon Park, but they have Masan Changwon Park right next to it. The 2-2, that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to second, and the throw to first, not in time. That'll go down as a 6-4 putouts. Runners will move 2. Right. Well, Wang Yamuk not able to get it past the shortstop on the chopper, but able to leg out so that he doesn't get doubled up. So Shimu Jun will be done. Lee Jin Young moves over to third base, and Wang Young Mook will be at first. Florial steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center field in his first at bat. 36 pitches already for Kim Yoon Ha. Sitting here in the bottom of the second, runners on the corner. Florial steps in. Again, they'll have a little visit to the mound, I guess. Big double steal yesterday. Evening, Alan. You watching the Doosan game? All right, Florial steps, and the first pitch is once again fouled away. As again, he shows he is one of the best hitters at fouling pitches off. How many steals do they have against Doosan so far? Oh, that's a big series. LG versus Doosan. All right, the 0-1 pitch. And that is going to be ripped into the corner, and that is going to score a run, ladies and gentlemen, as he will move up to second base, and they'll have runners on first and second with 2 outs once again. I'll do it tomorrow. I wanted to do this game because, there's Big Nick. And Big Kiwi Nick just showed up on the screen if anybody's watching with his little orange hats. So Florial moves over. I'll have to clear out the bases here. So runners on first and second now. Moonyan Bin steps in. He RBI single in his first at bats. 1 for 1 on the day is Hanwha already up 3-0 as Kim Yoon-ah just threw pitch number 40 in the dirt, and it's 1-1. No. Was there time called or something? And that's outside. For some reason, Okay. So they're announcing in my ear 2-1, but they're saying on the score bug it's a 1-1 count. All right, Moon Bin, the 2-1 outside, 3-1. There you go. They fixed it now. Runner on first is Florio. Runner on second is Wang Young Mook. A single scores 1, a double scores 2, and a 3-1 pitch. Pops it foul. That'll be a full count, which means the runners will be on the move on the pitch. 43 pitches for Kim Yoon-ah as it is not looking good for Kiwoom here on this Friday evening. And the 3-2, and that's going to be lifted into the air. It's going into the gap, but the left fielder at the wall jumps and makes the catch. They'll leave 2 more on, but they get 2 in, and Hanwha takes a 3-0 lead into the 3rd inning. We'll be back. Definitely had the wrong inning up there, but oh well. Nobody's actually watching me today. Fly out to left field. Hanwha coming up with the singles when it matters the most. 5 hits already. Last time I streamed their game, they had 1 hit, and that wasn't until the 8th inning. So Kim Yoon-ah, I wonder how long he's going to last. He's at 44 pitches now. 26 pitches that inning. Make sure all my stuff is up. All right. Top of the 3rd here. Uh-oh. I don't know what button I just hit, but not the one I wanted to. All right. Yuhyun Jin out on the mound. 17 pitches. Sorry, 17, not 16. 17 pitches. 6 in the first, 9 in the second. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they'll have the number 7 hitter, and that's a ball outside. You have to wonder about how these long innings, again, I've talked about it multiple times. The long innings aren't that great whenever you're pitching really well. The only time it's great is during the summers here in Korea, as that is in there for strike, and it's 1-1 now. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop backhands it, throws across, and that is 1 away. That'll bring up former Hanwha Eagle himself, Oh-Sun Jin. Wonder if Oh-Sun Jin played when Yuhyun Jin played. He has been around a bit. Yeah, he was a teammates as he started about the same time as that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Oh-Sun Jin made his debut in 2008 with Hanwha, and then Yuhyun Jin, that is fouled away, made his debut with Hanwha in 2006. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. 22 pitches now for Yuhyun Jin, and that one misses outside. 1-2. Oh Sun Jin has been around, moved around here, there, and everywhere. Surprisingly signed in the offseason. Kiwoom basically picks up everybody else's what they throw away. Yeah, I don't like this. It's like they oh, here's gonna be the ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws it, and two away. So Yun Jen keeps calling off pitches. So Che Jae Hoon is using the pitch com, which is fine. Great. No big deal. Using the pitch com. But Yun Jin is calling off the pitches that he's calling. It's like if you're gonna call off the pitches, you just call your own pitches. Like, I don't understand that. All right, here it comes. The number 9 hitter, Im Byung Wook, steps in, 333 on the season, looks at strike one there. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. 143 on the gun from Yun Jin. He doesn't throw hard, he just has pretty good control. And the 0-2, and it goes up to the top of the zone, but he fouls it, and that's will stay 0-2. Nice to see a left-handed batter, a left-handed pitcher with an 0-2 count, not throw it in the other batter's box. And in the dirt, and that's 1-2 now. And time is called. And the 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. I feel like this game is just so moving so slow. 45 minutes in, 3 innings, as that is in the dirt, and that runs the count full. From an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. First 3-2 count of the day. LG Doosan game is flying. All right, here comes the 3-2, and that's fouled away. Stays 3-2. And there goes the no hitter in the perfect game as he gives up the single in the bottom of the third. And they will have their very first base runner, ladies and gentlemen, on the 3-2 count. That brings up Sung Moon, the captain for Kiwoom. Blew out to left in his first at bat. First pitch he saw, and that one is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 197 on the season. A big difference from last year. There is so many guys struggling offensively that were having really good years last year. And here comes the 0-1. And he went around 0-2. Offense was way up last year. Definitely a change in ball. And the 0-2 outside 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch, a slow curve, and goes outside, and it's 2-2. All right, here we go. The 2-2 and the slow curve just got a piece of that, fouled it away, and it'll stay 2-2. Come on, this game has no life to it at all. And here comes the 2-2 pitch into the dirt and another full count. Second straight full count for Yuhan Jin. As my nose is suddenly all stopped up. Weiss and Moon Dong Ju having a little conversation. I believe Moon Dong Ju speaks pretty good English. That or Weiss learned Korean in the offseason. One of the two is that is going to be popped up. Florio goes back and now has to run forward. He is under it, and that will be 3 away. They get a hit, but they strand a runner, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Hanwha. No Shiwan will lead things off for Hanwha. Yuan couple full counts there. Runs that pitch count up. 22 pitches that inning. I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. The 0-1 and Noshiwan leading things off. I think I got my nose all unstuffied. If I don't sound like I'm holding my nose. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Noshiwan, and that misses upstairs, and it's 1-1. Kim Yuna, 46 pitches already. Yunjin, 39 after that 22 pitch outing, or 22 pitch inning, I should say. And the 1-1 is that is a ripped foul, and it's 1-2. Under 10? Woo! You're saying Eagles win and Eagles score less than 10 or total 10? Sorry, I don't know gambling very well. All right. The 1-2 pitch to Noshiwan sets up in the outside. He lifts that one, but center field, and that's will be one away. Ooh, that is a good luck, sir. I think Hanwha's bullpen gives up at least 3 runs, and I think Kiwoom gives up another 5 or 6 runs. All right. Oh, that's my type of bet right there. None of that 50, $60 stuff. I like the dollar, the $2, anything less than five, and I'm like, yeah, that's a fun gambling there. And the 1-0, and that is going to be lifted into center field. Center fielder coming in, running hard under it, and that will be two away. Two real quick outs here in the bottom of the third, as he had 44 pitches in the first 2 innings, and he's at 6 pitches now. Chaewon June, anytime he can get out of an inning without giving up a bunch of hits is a huge win for Doosan. Alrighty, Kim Tae-yun steps in. He walked in his first at bat and looks at ball one on the outside, 1-0. Walked, scored a run in the second inning. He led off last inning. He's hoping to not end this inning. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Nice, beautiful curveball in there for a strike. 1-1 now. Kim Yuna only throws 3 pitches. And he throws his four seam 60% of the time. Is that Oh, a ball. I thought that caught the zone in on TV, but must have missed the back part of it. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there, up at his eyes, and it's 2-2. Slaps himself on the head a couple times because he realizes that that's where the pitch was. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. 2 outs. Second straight inning for an at bat for Kim Tae-yun. And he fouls that one away. It'll stay 2-2. Got to get that pitch count up. You want in this Kiwoom bullpen. The Kiwoom bullpen is, how do you say in English? Poopy. All right, the 2-2 pitch. And that's upstairs. 3-2. We'll have another full count. Third full count of the day. One in the first, one in the second, and one in the third so far. He lifts that one into right field. The right fielder under it, and that will be 1-2-3 for Hanwha. They got 3. Kiwoom has none, and we'll go to the fourth. First 1-2-3 of the game for Hanwha as Kim Yuna is trying to get that pitch count back under control. Just 13 pitches that inning. Now, and Kiwoom needs to get that offense going. They'll have Puig leading things off, batting against his old buddy, Mr. Hyun Jin. The old monster on the mound. I don't yeah. And next week their home games against Doosan have been canceled. So I don't know if they're ever gonna play. And I assume you saw the news that the police raided the offices of NC and the construction company. All right, like I said, Puig will lead things off for Kiwoom. 0 for 1 on the day, lined out to right field. Oh yeah. I read an article about yeah, the police raided the offices of NC and the construction company as that one is in there for a strike. Yunjin 39 pitches through 3. Quick 1 and 2 innings as Puig lifts that into right field and right center and right field and woo! And the reason why I just called it like that is because the right fielder was going over, the center fielder called it, and then the right fielder looked and he's like, hey, he's not going to catch this. So he called it, and then he had to start running hard and make the catch. Again, I've talked about it before. Florio was supposed to be like a great defender, and he has not taken good routes all season that I have watched. He's not been good offensively. He is starting to come around offensively, but he has not looked good on the bases, and he has not looked good in the outfield as that one is fouled away, and it's 0-2 now. So, I mean, there are rumors that Hanwha has already been in the U.S. Scouting a new replacement for him. He's been picking it up offensively, but defensively, it has not been pretty in center field. And the 0-2, ooh, just misses at the bottom of the zone. And again, it clipped the K zone in, according to the TV broadcast. But all right, here comes the 1-2. That's outside and low, and it's 2-2 now. And 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a beautiful curveball. That's strikeout number 2 and outs number 2. That's gonna bring up the number 4 hitter, Kim Gun Hee. And he looks at strike 1 right down the middle. And Cardenas not on in the roster. Cheju Wan not in the starting lineup because of, I guess, a lefty. Kim Tae Jin also not. And that just catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2 now. Working the edges all game so far is Yu Hyun Jin, and here comes the 0-2 pitch that's up in the other batter's box. Just misses low as Che Jae-hoon thought he had it. Might have been a strike if they didn't have the ABS system, but it was a ball. And time is called by the batter. So again, I guess you have two calls of timeouts for each at bat. All right, here comes the 1-2 and a swing and a miss, and that'll be strikeouts number 3 of the day for Yu Hyun Jin. 1-2-3 goes Kiwoom. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0. Set him up, mow him down. 50 pitches now for Yu Hyun Jin, 11 in that inning. He's had four innings. One of them was 6 pitches, one of them was 9 pitches, and one of them was 11 pitches. Again, Hanwha's bullpen yesterday did have a pretty easy day as Weiss went 7.2 innings. Did not want to come out, but he was pulled. They did work hard on Tuesday and Wednesday, so they did have a day off, so they should be fairly well rested. Kiwoom's bullpen, on the other hand, they have to work every single day. Uh, Although Wednesday's game, they did have it pretty easy as Rosenberg went 8 innings. So, uh-oh, NC's making the comeback, Kenny. SSG. Yep, every day. If you look on the community tab, uh, why does this not work half the time? If you look on the community tab on my page, it'll show you which games. I'll have a little post about which games I'm streaming, and that is in there for a strike to Eugene Young. And here comes the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. So tomorrow I'll be doing the 2 o'clock game, Doosan versus LG. I believe that is what I've announced. Yep, Doosan versus LG is that one is lifted and foul, and it's 1-2. And then Sunday will be Samsung and KT. Tomorrow, all or what did I say? And a swing and a miss on the curveball, and that is a one away. JJ Hoon steps in. He bunted into the glove of the first baseman in his first at bat. And the 0-1 pit, or the 0-1, and whoa, he does a little matrix move there to not get hit in the face. And it's 1-0. 292 on the season now. He drops below 300 after the failed sacrifice bunt attempt, and the 1-0 pitch outside at 2-0. Now, and don't forget, tomorrow is a 2 o'clock game for Doosan and LG. And the 2-0 catches the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Lippy clippy. In the ABS system, they've got to catch two parts of the zone, the middle of the zone and the back part of the zone, in order for it to be a strike, as he fouls that one out of play, and it's 2-2 now. 65 pitches for Kim Yoon Ha. He's kind of settled in a little bit. Rough first and second inning. And a 2-2 pitch just gets a piece of that, and it stays 2-2. Yay, Sarah. I always feel like I need to sing some of these songs. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws across, and that'll be a 2 away. The Shimu Jun will step in. RBI single in his first at bat. The big off-season acquisition. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. And he lifts that one right fielder back at the track, but makes the catch. And 1-2-3 goes Hanwha once again. We'll go to the fifth. It's 3-0. They're two real good innings for Hanwha. They have gone a little quiet. So another solid inning for Kim Yuna. Again, helping that pitch count and getting him evened out at 69 pitches, 12 in that inning. So 26 in his second inning, 26 pitches in his second inning, 25 in his last two innings. So 69 pitches through four. He should be able to get through the fifth, which is what you got to have from the Kiwoom starters. Again, they really don't have a lot of anything. They are the youngest team. They are the lowest paid team. They have the least amount of coaches. They have the least amount of fans. They have the smallest stadium. They really, it's kind of like the team that you're like, how are they in the league? Why do they even have a team? That's an interesting commercial. Ooh, the water is in the infinity pool, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's in it because it's still 10 to 15 degrees at night. Beyond the water arena. Nobody is swimming. Come on, guys. All right, Yuan Jin starts with a big giant curveball to the number 5 hitter, Kim Win. And that misses outside, 1-1. Oh, 3 strikeouts already for Yuhan Jin, and here comes the pitch. A slow breaking ball, and he fouls that away, and it's 1-2. And in the dirt. And outside, 3-2. Third full count of the day for Yuan Jen and Kiyoom. Slaps that one, but foul, and we'll have another 3-2 pitch. All right, the 3-2 pitch sets up on the outside once again, and he misses low, and that's going to be a ball 4. He is going to have the leadoff batter on base with the walk. All right, here comes the pitch at top of the zone, and it's 0-1 now to Jung Jae Young, 0 for 1 on the day. 0 for the season. Why is that R look so weird on his helmet? Wonder if that's meant to be like that. Is that almost hits him in the thigh? And it's 1-1. Not a lot of speed on first base for Keon. And he lifts that one. And the 1-2 pitch now. All right, the 1-2 pitch, pitch number 61, and that catches the inside corner, and he is going to go back to the dugouts looking at that one, and that's one away. Second strikeout of the day for Jung Jae Young. Just barely got a piece. And that'll bring up Jun Tae Hyun, who led off the third inning with a 6-3 ground out. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. And the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Da, da, da. Sorry, I'm trying to answer a bunch of questions I keep getting. So, and the 1-2 is slapped foul, and it stays 1-2. And he lifts that one foul, and it stays 1-2. Way back up into the upper deck there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes pitch number 67. You know what that means. It's time for a strike. Will it be a foul or will it be a strikeout? Sets up on the line of the other batter's box, and that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman grabs it, throws to the shortstop, and they'll go down with a 1-6 putouts. We'll have a runner still on first base with 2 outs. Yes, once again, pitch number 67 was a strike. So Kim Tae Hyun will switch spots with Kim Moon Min. Mo Sun Jin steps in. Outside, ball 1. 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. And here comes the 1-0 as pitch clock down to 6 seconds. And here we go. 1-0 outside, 2-0. Sun Jin hitting 231 on the season. 2-0 low, and that's 3-0. 1 walk, One walk already this inning. Again, the first base runner got on base via the walk. No hits yet, but still a runner on base. And now he's got a 3-0 count here. And the 3-0. I have no idea where the ball was because the camera angle was so bad. No idea where the pitch was. It was a strike. I don't know where the pitch was. I don't know where he sat up because they were too busy showing the entire field. And he sets up on the outside, misses into the middle of the plate, but it'll be a strike, and we've got a full count now. Why are they showing the plate? All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, and he catches him looking at a pitch on the inside corner. Strikeout number 5, second in the inning, second straight with 2. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 Hanwha. Tomorrow, man. LG tomorrow. Oh, the LG manager's an idiot. Well, I hope he can pitch. He was in the MLB for 10 years. What happened that sent him off? I don't know, man. The KBO is so much different than the MLB in terms of, like, in that type of stuff. You on Jin now? Yeah, the umpires are spineless. They don't know the rules of the game. Again, that's a big reason. Uh, I'll look it up and I'll see if I can maybe I'll look it up on my walk that later on tonight. Oh, it has a strikeout. I don't know why I don't have that up there. All right, Hanwha will have the top of the lineup up. Wang Young Mook and Beanie in line for photo opportunities. Apparently, that is a massive line for pictures with Beanie. All right, that was a ball. They didn't show if the umpire's decision there, and that is a strike though, and it's 1-1. Oh, Kim Yuna, 71 pitches now. Again, he has settled in after the second inning, and the second inning, 3 innings, and the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman's going to take it and step on the bag and 1 away. That's going to bring up a Florio RBI single in his last at bats. Only one person has deposited a ball over the monster wall. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, Florio 1 for 2, flew out to center in his first at bat. RBI single in his second at bat, and he fouls that one, and it's 0-2. Yeah, I actually, so up until this year, I actually had season tickets to Hanwha. I was a season ticket holder, front row, cheer section, since 2018, but they pretty much pissed me off so much that I don't even want to go to a game anymore. And in fact, I don't even. I used to. Whoops, wrong side. I used to call only Hanwha games, but starting this year, it's basically whatever team you guys want is the teams I call. And the 1-2 misses way upstairs, and it's 2-2 now. Go from an 0-2 to a 2-2. You gotta love it. As the Hanwha fans are cheering Florial's song, except for the two Kiwoom fans. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. And as he lifts that one, that's going to be trouble as it's going to drop into the gap and one hops into the wall. Flory will have himself a stand-up double with 1 out. As his offense seems to be coming around just a little bit lately. As another multi-hit game. Must have read the rumors that someone was, they were in the U.S. looking for a replacement for him. All right, Moon Hyun Bin steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day, singled an RBI in his first at bats. Did he go around? He did not, and that's ball 1. The first RBI of the game for Hanwha, and he flew out to left field in his second at bat, 1 for 2. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, 79th pitch of the game for Kim Yoon-ah. And that is ripped and it just lands fair, and that's going to score a run. And Moon Hyun Bin should be hanging out on seconds, might be on third. I'm trying to see because the camera angle was so crappy. As Hanwha now takes a 4-0 lead on back-to-back doubles by the 2 and 3 hitters. And just like that, the game is going to get out of hand real quick like. Just no, that's foul. That's going to be foul. That replay just showed foul. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that run off the board because that video replay just showed it was foul. Go ahead and take that run off. Put Florio back on second base. Horrible call by. Ooh, it did hit the. Might have hit the chalk. No, I think it missed. That when they show that second line, that second replay. Man, I don't know who was drinking the soju chalk in those lines. And the line looks like one of my 5-year-old students was trying to draw. I think they got to call that foul. No, the Daniel, the Eagles and Kiwoom are tied for dead last in the league right now. Yep. They did call it foul. uh so I took this over the winter. That's the dirt that they use for the field seating. You can't actually have this view anymore. But yeah, that is the that is the new stadium. since I've only been to the new stadium with the for the whatever it was called opening ceremony. I haven't been there to see. I haven't been there for a game to actually get a. But yeah, I took this from standing outside on the sidewalk. But yeah, those were the dirt piles I believe that they used to cover up the or put in the grass seating out there in left field. And here comes the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. So Florio still on second. Moonhyun Bin in the batter's box. Did yeah, you like but I will say this: they have chalk lines. Most of the KBO does not. They paint them, and that is going to be another shot into left center field. Moonhyun Bin is going to be heading into second base, and he's like, "All right, well, we'll go ahead and give you one this time," as he will have himself an RBI double again for the second time this inning. Second time this inning, has himself an RBI double. He realized that I wrote it down on my handy score sheet. That's a look. I'll let you guys see that. That's how I can tell you guys all of the stuff. Manually writing every single at bat down. Oh, Moonhyun Bin decides to hit two doubles in this inning, and that's going to bring up Noshiwan. Still just one out, and that runs inside, almost hits him, but 1-0. 145 on the gun. Kim Yun-ah now giving up 4 runs here with one out in the bottom of the fifth, just trying to get through the fifth. And the 1-0 is upstairs 2-0. The thing is when I say 5-year-olds, they're actually 3. Korean counting system is really strange. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. And that does catch the top of the zone, 2-1. And the 2-1, and that's going to be a liner into left field. And then Moonhyun Bin is going to come around to score again. And Noshiwan comes up with an RBI single, and Hanwha takes the 5-0 lead. And the fake fireworks are going off in Daejeon. 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 Trying his home run swing for a single. Posing, letting everybody see him get a hit finally in the new stadium. In Hanwha, 2-game winning streak. They're looking to extend it here as they're up 5-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Kim Yun-ah struggling mightily as he's struggled all season long. All right, here we go. Che Sung steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day and looks at strike one, and it's 0-1. Fly out to center and a fly out to center. 182 on the season for the first baseman slash captain. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be chopped foul, and it's 0-2. Kiwoom just one strikeout on the day. I really think they should be sending him to the second league, let him work on stuff. Again, he almost 60% of the time he's throwing a fastball, and he doesn't. It's not a fast fastball, 142, which isn't even fast by KBO standards. So, you know, you probably should send him to second league and let him work on some stuff as the 0-2 swing and a miss. Just as I start talking about it, he doesn't have any strikeouts, and he decides to get one. As Chan Sung goes down swinging, and he's over 3 on the day. Kim Yuna, 88 pitches now, just trying to get through the fifth without giving up any more runs. Kim Tae-yeon will step in, hoping to end that possibility. And here comes the first pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, throws it to second, and the 5-4 putouts will strand one, but they get 2 more runs on a couple doubles and a single. We'll take our break as the 5th inning stretch comes up. We'll be back in just a few, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're just about back. Yunjin is still out there on the mound. 73 pitches for him, 5 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts in his last 2 at bats. Hanwha sitting pretty at this point, as they will now be getting into the Kiwoom bullpen that is not good. And a swing and a miss there. And it's 0-1. Kim Byung-uk, the only hit of the day for Kiwoom. They have had two base runners. He has been the one hit, walk also in the last inning. It gave them a second base runner, but yeah, 1-for-1 on the day. And the 1-1 pitch is that's going to be chopped foul, and it's 1-2 now. 76 pitches for Yun Jin as he is cruising so far. Kim Byung-uk hitting a 429 on the season. Trying to get some stats here. That'll be a strike, and it's 2-2 now. And that's going to be a short hopper to the shortstop, and that will be one away. I stopped calling because the runner tripped over first base, and I was seeing what happened. As that was a line drive that stopped right in front of the shortstop. The runner tripped on his own feet as he was running past first base, and but that's a one away, and that'll bring up a Sung Sung Moon, and he looks at strike one at the top of the zone. And that will be a two away. They're working quick once again. 1-2 outs in just 7 pitches. Yeah, Jin, will he go 7 innings? He's only gone 6 innings in his starts so far. He went 6 innings in his first start with 81 pitches, 6 innings in his second outing with 76 pitches. As that's going to be a swing and a miss to Puig, and it's 0-1. Fly out to right in his first at bats, and fly out to right in his second at bat. I would say a line out to right in his first. And here comes the 0-1. Way outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. He goes outside to get it, but fouls that into the stands and nope, into the dugouts. And that's will be a souvenir, and it's 1-2. Hyunjin on the season has given up 3 home runs. He's given up 1 home run in the second game and 2 home runs in his last game. And the 1-2 pitch is he calls time, and that'll be his one time for the at bats, as he'll get one more. Rechecks his swing. Cardenas again. Cardena is 1 for 2, or leading the team in WAR, but he is injured, and check swing fouls it into the nets, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch. So Kiwoom's offense not at full capacity, as they've also ran into a bit of a problem with the fact that Iju Young also is not on the team, or at least not in the starting lineup, as that is a ball, and 2-2 now. So Iju Young again, a regular in the lineup, but he has not been in the lineup lately, as that is going to be crushed foul, as that is going to bounce out into the streets, ladies and gentlemen. That one's for the streets. Takamatsu's probably out there with his shirt off, riding around on his bike, as that one is fouled out into the second deck, and then bounces down into the first deck. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strikeout number 6 for Yihun Jen, and outs number 3. Sorry. We'll go to the bottom of the 6. It's all Hanwha, all game. Not really much of a game, honestly. The question is will he come back out? 88 pitches now, 15 there. They've only had 2 base runners. They've left them both on. They're 0 for 4 with runners on base. So he's got himself the quality start, the one hitter, 88 pitches. I don't know if they'll send him back out again or not. Again, most of the time the main Korean guys are going to throw 100 pitches, but he's had situations. Again, his opening starts against LG. He pitched 6 innings, he threw 81 pitches, only gave up 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and no runs, but they took him out after 6 innings. So, yeah. But we got the bottom of the 6th. We should have a new pitcher out there. Yep. Kim Saw June will come into the mound for the mound now. Kim Saw June. First ever appearance for him. All right, so he's making his debut, ladies and gentlemen, and he'll make his debut against Lee Jin Young, and Lee Jin Young chops the first one back to him. He throws the first one pitch, 1 out in his debut, ladies and gentlemen. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call efficient. He only needs 27 pitches to throw the complete game shutouts. That's what that means. Big Kiwi is having himself quite the game. He just showed up on the Jumbotron. And it's Shea Jae-hoon, the 2-0 pitch, and that's going to be a single into the gap. That'll probably be 2 as he will round first, head into second, and will he test the legs? No, he will just stop at second, and he's got himself a 1-out double for the brick wall. That's going to bring up a Shimu Jun. 1 for 2 on the day. And in there for a strike. And here comes the 0-1. And that is low, 1-1. Oh, only 6 pitches, not 7. There we go. Now we're set. Okay, I'm back. Been trying to answer messages from everybody. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Shimu Jun, 1 for 2 on the day. On second base is Che Hoon, and he files that one back and off of the second deck and drops down. It's 2-2. Way up high, and he's got himself a full count in his debut. We'll see how he does with it. Spot 3-2 and fouls that one away. Oh, Kim Saw Jun, 10 pitches so far in his debut. He's got the very high water, look like hemmed straight leg baseball pants. A 3-2, and that's going to be a liner to the second baseman. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, will be 2 away. That brings up Wong Young Mook. 1 for 3 on the day. He has his his single and a run scored in his first inning, and then a 6-4 ground out and a ground out to the first baseman. All right. And that low 1-1 or 1-0. Wong Young Mook hitting 204 on the season. Again, not only is he hitting 204, which is actually pretty high for Hanwha, but he's also sees a ton of pitches as he fouls that or lifts that one into the left field, and that's will be 3 away. We'll go to the 7th. It's all Hanwha all game as they have taken a lead in the first and have not looked back. Oops, wrong button. We'll try that button. A double by Che Hoon, but he is stranded. Hanwha is stranded 5. They've scored 5. 1 walk and 9 hits. No double plays yet in this game. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see if Yuan Jin. Well, I guess we again this game just seems like it has no energy whatsoever. Uh oh, Moonyoung Bin sitting in there at the top of the ranking boards. I still haven't figured out what this whole ranking thing is supposed to be. Oh no, it's not the 8th inning, guys. Sorry, I just hit the button too many times. All right, Pak Sang Wan out on the mound, 5.14 ERA, 8 games, 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 holds, 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 1.14 whip. So Yuan Jin done for the day, trying to get his first win of the season. And first pitch is lifted into center field as Florio will make the catch, and that is 1 away. Song Wan try to get this changed before he gets another out. There we go. Kim Gun Hee will step in. He's over 2 on the day as he looks at strike one that just catches the bottom of the zone, and it's all in one. Kim Gun Hee on the day, a strikeout and a 4-3 ground out. And 0-2 now on this swing and a foul tip, but into the glove, and it doesn't matter anyway. So 188 on the season for the Kiwoom backstop. And a time is called. And the 0-2, and that's going to be lifted into right field. And Eugene Young in the warning track, and that is 2 away. 2 quick outs. And here comes Himoon Bin. Park Sang-won has not had a good season so far. He would love to get his season turned around today as he misses there, and it's 2-0. In Kiwoom, a lot of their offense is not in the lineup today. Their starting pitching is definitely leaves a lot to be desired. As here comes the 2-0 pitch right down the middle, and it's 2-1. Huge scream from Park Sang-won. And the 2-1 is fouled away, 2-2. Sure, my voice is still going out to you guys. And woo, runs up and in, almost hits him. That's going to run the count full, his second full count of the day. Walked in his last at bat on a full count. We'll see what happens now. And he walks again. All right, the Jung Jae Young steps in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. As that gets away from Che Jae Hoon, and he's going to head on over to second base. This is the first time they've had a runner on in scoring position on the day. Che Jae Hoon and not able to hold on to that. All right, the 1-0 pitch. Why is the pitch clock already down to 5? So reset that. Well, that'll be a pass ball. And the 1-0 swing and a miss there, 1-1. Beautiful pitch there at the bottom of the zone. He's not able to get onto it. So again, it's Jung Jae Young, not Jung. I wrote that wrong. As that catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Misses there, and it's 2-2. More guys up in the bullpen. Han Sung Hyuk and Kim Bum Soo both up in the bullpen. Now that I fix it, let's see if his offense turns around, as that is going to be ripped foul, and that hits. Ooh, a nice play by the Kiwoom pitcher, who's blocking the ball from Kim Saw Jun from getting hit. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball past the shortstop, and that will score a run as he comes around. And just like that, I changed his name. He gets an RBI. Sorry about that, Kiwoom. I'll make sure to do better from here on out. As Kiwoom comes up with their first hits of the day with runners on base, we'll have a runner on first is Jung Jae Young. And that'll bring up a Jun Tae Hyun. As the wheels are unraveling in the Hanwha. That is lifted into a little trouble as Florio coming in, but it's under it. And he drops it. Florio drops it. Good Lord. Under it, and he drops it. Wow, Florio just cruising in, and he drops it. Wow. Jung Jae Young will be over on third base now. Jun Tae Hyun will be on first. So I think they announced that there's going to be a pinch hitter here, Kim Tae Jin. So Kim Tae Jin will pinch hit again. I don't know why these guys aren't in the starting lineup, honestly. So Kim Tae Jin hitting 238 on the season, and here comes the pitch, swing and a miss in the dirt. That is gets away, and that'll score another run, as they'll have runners on second base now, and it's a 2-5 game. As the Jun Tae Hyun will move up to second base on the wild pitch. It is a strike. It is a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. But there goes the shutout, and yeah. And that is a lifted foul out of play, and it's 0-2. Again, I talked about it earlier. His offense is coming around, but his defense is not been good. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. He throws it in the other batter's box, and it's a ball. 1-2 now. 148 on the gun for Pak Sang-won. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And it's fouled away, and it stays 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And he throws the bat down and fouls it away. Long Twins. Alan, if you were watching this game, you would be wondering why they're having little league center fielders, because Florio just had out number 2 or out number 3 in his hand, and he drops it as that is a ball, and it's now 2-2. 23 pitches now for Pak Sang-won as the error has now cost. Not only has it cost Hanwha a run, but it's also cost Hanwha an opportunity at Pak Sang-won pitch tomorrow. As that's a swing and a miss in the dirt, and he'll throw down to first. He swung at 7 pitches that were outside of the zone, but Kiwoom gets 2, and yeah, makes it a game. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Florio doing what he's been doing all season, and that is not play good defense. Absolutely awful defense. Good Lord. I mean, I'm not a good center fielder by any means, but that was bad. Under it, just camping under it, and drops it. Kim Dae-jin will take over, will stay in and play shorts. Hanwha will have the number 2 hitter. Florio will be stepping in. We'll see what happens here as he steps in. He's got a full-on camcorder there. Like a Sony Handycam. Florio steps in. He's 2 for 3 on the day, but he does have that big error that cost Hanwha a run, as that is ball 1 way outside. Average is up to 203 now. He's above the Mendoza line. He flew out to center field and an RBI single in his second at bat, a double and a run scored in his second at bat, and he's now looking at a 2-0 count here. And the 2-0 pitch that is going to be ripped off the wall. And nope, goodbye baseball. His first ever home run in the KBO. And it's a big one after a big mistake in the outfield. And Hanwha gets one of the runs back. It's 6-2. That will make people quit thinking about his defense. A leadoff solo shot from Florio. And that'll bring up a Moon Yun Bin. Looks at ball 1. I thought it was going to be off the wall. It was hit. It was a line drive. It never started coming down. And the 1-0, and that is outside, and it's 2-0. And here comes the 2-0. Upstairs, 3-0. That is the first home run over the monster for Hanwha. And here comes the 3-0, and he doesn't even bother as he starts to step out as the pitch is coming, and it's 3-1. 171 off the bats, and 20 degrees. And here comes the 3-1 as that is also crushed, and goodbye back-to-back home runs as that bounces out of the stadium. Goodbye baseball. As back-to-back homers to lead off the bottom of the seventh puts Hanwha back up by 5, a 7-2. Moon Ben with his 3rd homer of the year. They play much better in their new stadium than they play anywhere else. That is definitely for sure. And No Shiwan wants in on the action, but fouls that away, and it's 0-1. There's 9 runs. Whoever was talking about earlier, talking about Hanwha and 10, I said, I don't know about that. And the 0-1, and that is in the dirt. 1-1 now. Back-to-back homers over the outfield monster. Again, it is only 95 meters to the outfield fence because just on the other side of that is the streets. There's not a lot of room in the situation where they place the stadium. As the 101 is he swings, tries to hold up, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it was in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. No Shiwan, 1 for 3 on the day. RBI single in his last at bat. A pop up to the second baseman and a fly out to center in his other 2. And the 1-2 pitch, that is going to be a liner into the gap, and that's going to hit right up against the wall, and he's going to cruise into second base as Hanwha has had extra base hits for the first 3 batters this inning, and just like that, Hanwha is not thinking about the 2 runs that they just gave up in the top of the 7th, as they are going to be hoping to add some more. 162 off of the bats, 26.5 degrees, 130 meters. We'll see. Is still going to keep him in. Yeah. 7-2. Hanwha gave up 2 runs in the top of the 7th, and then they just hit back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the 7th to make it 7-2. All right, and that is in there for a strike on the outside to Chae Sung, and it's 0-1. Yeah. And the 0-1 is fouled away, and it's 0-2. Chae Sung 0 for 3 on the day with a couple of flyouts to center field and a strikeout in his last at bats. Average way below the Mendoza line at this point, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-2. And No Shiwan over at second base after the double off the left field wall. 1 hopped into the wall. And the 1-2 pitch way outside. 2-2. Kim Saw Jun making his debut, and he's making it memorable. We'll just put it that way. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And way upstairs, 3-2. Oh, he's given up a solo shot, and a double, and now he's got himself a 3-2 count here. And that is ball four, as the first four batters have reached base for Hanwha. And that is the first time today that Cheon Sung has been on base. That'll bring up Kim Tae-yeon, who is looking to add to the Hanwha lead and join the hit party. He's 0 for 2 on the day, a walk and a run scored in his first at bats, but then a fly out to rights and a 5-4 ground out in his last at bats, and that's his ball one on the outside. I live in Korea, so I watch on regular Korean TV. And here comes the 1-0 pitch as he lifts that one, and that is going to be a foul. Just foul. If you're outside of Korea, though, you can watch. It's called Soup Live, SOOPLIVE.com. They have the international broadcast rights. You can watch for free. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch to Kim Tae-yeon, and he holds up on that, and he wish he wouldn't have, as that is right down the middle for a strike. 1-2 now. And Kim Tae-yeon has the first ever home run in the stadium in a spring training game, and then he also has the first ever Hanwha home run. Not the first home run in the stadium. That was Patrick Wisdom. Souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com. And here comes the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and that's going to not let him move up, and we'll have a 2-2 count. The soup broadcast is a few seconds behind my broadcast, so you can watch the game and listen to me in English and hear what's happening before it happens. And the 2-2 is that's going to be into the gap in right center field, and that's going to one hop into the wall. No Shiwan is going to come home to score as Kim Tae-yeon cruises into second, and third base is Cheon Sung, and Hanwha puts another one up, as they've got runners on second and third with nobody out still. As the first five batters to come up to the plates have all reached base now in the bottom of the seventh here. Lee Jin Young will step in. I have to think. That this is the itch for Kim Saw. Nope, they're going to keep Kim Saw Jun in there, and he throws a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 38 pitches, and now for the rookie making his KBO debut and getting absolutely shelled in his second inning, as that's going to be another single up the middle, as Cheon Sung is going to come home to score. Kim Tae-yeon is going to be held up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will ruin that guy's day when I told him not to bet the under, as an RBI single from Lee Jin Young puts 4 across so far in this inning. And again, we still have 0 outs, ladies and gentlemen, as the Cheon Sung came home to score that, and Kim Tae-yeon is over on third base. Lee Jin Young over at first, and we will have a let's see if Che Jae-hoon comes up to bats. And sure, let's keep him in. Sounds like a great idea. What the hell? The dude who gave up back-to-back solo homers, a double, walked the next guy, and then gave up a double and gave up a single up the middle. The guys had faced 6 guys this inning, and they've all reached base, and you keep them in, as that is a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0 now. J Hoon, a 1 for 3 on the day, doubled in his last at bat, which was last inning. As again, Hanwha has sent 6 to the plate, 6 have reached base, 0 outs so far here in the bottom of the 7th as they are pouring it on hard. And the 1-0 is low, and it's 2-0. All right, here comes the 2-0, and that's going to be a ground ball. The third baseman is going to grab it, throw to first, but that'll score another one as Hanwha puts up their 10th run on the RBI ground out. 5-3 will be the scoring, and that will move a runner up also. The Shimu Jun will step in. Jin Young moves over to second base. And here comes Shimu Jun and looks at strike one on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Shimu Jun 1 for 3 on the day. He singled in an RBI in his first at bat, then a fly out to right and a line out to the second baseman, and fouls that one away, and it's 0-2. I think someone was saying, Soup, now you can watch all 5 games on one broadcast, as the 0-2 is fouled away. Not a good looking swing, but fouls it into the second deck, and we'll have another 0-2 pitch. 7 to the plate, 6 have reached base. They've put up 5 runs so far here in the bottom of the 7th with just 1 out as he lays off of that, and it's 1-2 now. Fouls that away and stays 1-2. How many pitches has he thrown in this inning? Like how many? So he threw 4, 5, 12 pitches in the first inning. His first inning, he's thrown 35 pitches so far in this inning, and runs that inside, and it's 2-2 now. Almost hit him. So leadoff homer by Florio, then a back-to-back homer by Moon Hyun Bin, a double by No Shiwan, a walk by Chan Sung, a double by Kim Tae Yun, and a single by Lee Jin Young, and that is another foul, and it's 49 pitches now. All right, the 2-2 pitch upstairs, and now the count is full. He's had 1 full count already this inning, and that was a walk to Chan Sung. Shimu Jun had a full count in his last at bat, but lined out to the second baseman. That was to be the second out in the inning, and that is ball 4. And then another runner reaches base for Hanwha as 8 have come to the plate. 7 have reached base, and Wang Young Mook will step up to bat. He is the only batter not to hit yet in this inning. super secret handshakes. All right, Chan Ho will pinch hit, and he will a diving catch by the left fielder as he lays out for it. As that will go down as a line out to left field as Chan Ho takes over, and that'll bring up Florio, who again led off the inning with a solo shot over the monster in left. Hanwha is going to review this. Oh, it did hit the ground. It looks like the ball hit the ground whenever he caught it and then he rolled over, and it looks like he drug it on the ground. Whoa. That is going to be one out, and Chan Ho is going to be on first base. So that will load the bases then as Ejin Young will head to third. Shimu Jun will head to second, and Cheyenne Ho will be on base with a single, and again, just one out. Thank you, whoever's doing that. As Florio looks at ball one, and you can't walk him. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch outside at 2-0. 2-0 pitch is what he cranked out his first home run again with the last inning. On deck is Moon Hyun Bin, who also has a home run this inning. And they led off the inning with back-to-back homers, and here comes the pitch. That's inside 3-0. 55 pitches now, and he's thrown 43 in this inning alone. 43 pitches already in this inning. And the 3-0, and that's in there for a strike. 3-1 now. So Florio 3 for 4 on the day with a single, a double, and a homer. Is a triple side of the cycle. English is my native language, by the way. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch. And he pops it up. That is not going to have enough legs, but the center fielder under it should score another run as Ejin Young is going to head to home, and he'll have himself a sac fly as Hanwha puts on another one on the RBI sac fly by Florio. Uh, Two runners will move up a base as try to think of who was on what base. So Ejin Young comes home to score. Shimu Jun will move over to third. Cheyenne Ho will stay at first. And Moon Hyun Bin slashes that into left field. That's going to score another one as Shimu Jun comes home. And Cheon Ho will move over to third as Moon Hyun Bin has another multiple hit, or his fourth. I can't even talk right now. His fourth hit of the day. As good Lord, save some for tomorrow, boys. All right, so Chan Ho is now at third base. Moon Hyun Bin is on second base, and that'll bring up No Shiwan as Kim Saw Jun finally gets taken out of the game after he throws 47 pitches in that inning. Will finally have a pitching change. Good Lord, why was he still in there? 11 came to the plate, 9 got out. Wow, I cannot believe they let him just keep getting. They're short on players. Like they're short on good players. I don't know if you pay it too much attention in the off season, but basically there's like teams when they release players, they picked up like 5 of them. They just will pick up anybody basically. All right, so I'm still waiting to find out who is coming in. Good Lord. My numbers right? I think my numbers are right. Oops. I hit the 8th inning on one of these, I guess. There we go. Wait a minute. There we go. All right, sorry. Oh, on the mound is Kim Sung Gi, 1 pitch already, which is in there for a strike. No, 368 ERA, 6 innings as I will try to get this cleared up as that is fouled away and it's 0-2 now. Kim Sung Gi. No Shiwana steps in. He has a double already in this inning. And a swing and a miss on a pitch way in the other batter's box as he goes down on the 3 pitches, but not before they put up a ton. I don't know why this keeps showing up. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 11-2. My buttons aren't working now. Sorry. Something is happening with my buttons here. So it says 11. But that says 13. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my buttons. There we go. I think we're fixed now. Okay, I think I've got everything fixed. I yeah, I have I have 5 things that control all the stuff that you guys see. So I have an iPad that controls the like the inning score bug that you have there, and then whenever I'm streaming it has the that controls uh the score bug that you see now. So like if I hit this button, it can take it away. And then I have another one that controls this stuff. But it says on my main thing that it's the 8th inning, but here, there we go. Now it's the 8th inning. So, and then I have another one that controls like our pitches there, and then another one that controls the bases for each different team. So, Park Sang-won was out there. I don't think he's going to keep pitching. So, nope. And Joe Donuk will come out for the 7th game, 3.52 ERA, 7.2 innings, 3 strikeouts, 7 walks, and a 1.57 whip. So there's going to be some changes, obviously, because Chan Ho pinch hit for the second baseman. But I haven't gotten any updates on my app stuff. So Im Byung-uk steps in. He has one of the 2 Kiwoom hits. So No Shiwan, Ito Yoon is at second. Iwan Suk in left. Moon Hyun Bin is in center. Come, man. This is such a pain. He took out the DH, so Moon Hyun Bin is in center field now. So Hanwha doesn't have the DH. Moon Hyun Bin is now playing a position. The DH is now playing a position. All right. So Joe Donuk misses there, and it's man. So Moon Hyun Bin is in center. Again, I can't do anything until I get an update on my phone, as that is going to be ripped. First baseman scoops it up, slides to first, just gets out of the way, and I don't know where everybody's playing. As Chan Song takes it and then slides feet first at the bag in order to get the out, and grabs his arm kind of out of the way as it almost got taken off by Im Byung-uk. So Son Sung Moon steps in, and he looks at ball 1 upstairs, and it's 1-0. And the 1-0 right down the middle, 1-1. Still waiting on updates. So again, Iwan Suk is in left, but I don't know who he's in left for. As the 1-1 pitch on the outside, and he slaps that one. I don't know what into the nets, and a nice catch by the ball boy. Again, I can't see into the corners because the home plates, the camera that is behind home plates, it's blocked. You cannot see the left field and right field corners, so I don't know where the ball's really going. Oh, here comes the 1-2 pitch, and he fouls that one also out of play. Back by the that hit off the guy's hands, and he is not impressing the girl he's with those gloves. Still waiting for the app to update and let me know who is playing where. Is it 12? And the 1-2, and he pops him up. Chan Song will watch it go into the cheer section. You just saw Big Kiwi down by the whatever the cheer section, the cheer area is he is probably going to be giving out the award for player of the game. And here comes the 1-2 pitch once again. And that is going to be lined into the gap, and Moon Yun Bin will have to come over and cut it off as he's going to have himself a 1-out single. And then we'll immediately come out of the game. Third hit of the day for Kiwoom as they have just been beaten down in the last inning. All right, so the pitcher is taking over in the 2 spots, as that's a swing and a miss by Puig, and it's 0-1. And Puig 0 for 3 on the day, and looks at the ball 1 way down by his feet, and it's 1-1. So let's see. Ito Yun will take over for Eugene Young. And Puig lifts that one to center field. Moon Yun Bin running in and bounces off the ground, and that'll be a single, back-to-back singles, as that'll move the runner up, and we've got runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom or the top of the 8th. All right, let's see. Pak Chu Young will come up. I'm still trying to get this stuff. So Kim Tae Yun is replaced by Yuan Suk. And in the dirt, and that is ball 1. No, Yuan Suk is in left. Moon Yan Bin goes to center. Chan Ho moves to right. And that's upstairs, 2-0. I want to see the pitcher bat. Yeah, excellent game for Hanwha. And that's ball 3, 3-0. All right, I think I've got everything fixed and situated. All right, here comes the 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle, 3-1. Yeah, I saw it was 5-5. It's got to be so weird watching a game in Lotte Stadium where NC is the home team and Lotte is the away team. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch to Pak Chu Hong, and he lifts that one, and that is going to be trouble as that is going to go, but foul. And it'll be 3-2 now as he just missed that one. Yeah, I was hoping that what they would do is because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games are canceled for NC. Their home games because Lotte is also home and they play Doosan as that is going to be chopped foul. Because since they play Doosan, they can't play home games in Doosan Stadium because LG is playing home games. So I was hoping that they would play a home game here in Daejeon. So they would play Doosan. It would be Doosan versus NC in Hanwha Stadium, But here comes the 3-2 pitch that's up right down the middle, and he might have broke his bat there as I saw something fly away, and he did. He'll get himself a new piece of wood. All right, so I think I have everything fixed now. Oh, he'll get himself a new piece of lumber. He's Yodong is on second base. Not Song Sung Moon as he fouls that one away. 21 pitches now for Jodong Nook is. Let me get that fixed for you guys there. Jodong Nook on the mound, Yodong Nook on the second base. And that's going to be a chopper. The first baseman is going to go to second, and they'll get to one. That'll be 2 away now as the 1-6 putouts will put runners on the corner. But 2 away as eliminated Puig on the base pass. I wonder if that'll be it for him. No, he's DHing. Yeah, I'm going to be, as we're going to have a pitching change here. In comes Jung Woo Soo. I believe that's who's coming in. Yeah, I believe what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be streaming just or just NC games towards the end of the season. It's pretty crazy the fact that I mean the thing is they were talking about playing games that next day. They were talking about playing games in the stadium, and then they're like, no, and they're going to cancel all the games. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to have an investigation and we're going to have an inspection and everything. And then they're like, nope, we're not even going to have an inspection. Or the NC was like, we'll have our own inspection too. And then they're like, nope, we're canceling all the games in your stadium. You can play Lotte in you can play Lotte in Busan. And then from there you had you know, uh they're like, okay, we're gonna cancel your other games. And now they're like, police are raiding their the construction company and the NC headquarters and all of that. And this is a team that is already dealing with no not having very much money. Is one of the main developers for NC Soft or whatever, ended up starting his own company. So there's nothing but drama. There is Jung Woo steps in. He is the first round pick for Hanwha as the 152 on the gun there. Strike one. And fouls that one away, and it's 0-2. Oh, Kim Gun-hee 0 for 3 on the day, a 4-3 ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out to right in his last at bats. And the 0-2 swing and a miss, 3 pitches, 3 strikes. That's what happens whenever you actually challenge a batter. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a lot to Kiwoom. Absolutely thrashing of Kiwoom today. 4 pitches, 4 strikes, 1 out. So Jo Dong-wook comes in, not able to get through the inning, and we'll have a bunch of new batters coming up for Hanwha. I really would love to see Hanwha get some guys on base, just for the fact that if they get a bunch of guys on base, again, the pitcher is in the number 2 spot in the lineup now because they took Moonhyun Bin out of the DH role and moved him into center field. So he is the pitcher is now hitting in Florial's spot in the lineup. Tomorrow's Hanwha game is at 2. So I think it's gonna get rained out. So the thing is like on the left side of the country, this rain is supposed to start around 2. On the right side of the country, the rain's supposed to start around 4 or 5. So I think what's going to happen is a lot of the games are going to get canceled. I think there's going to be a handful of games that do get played based on what their start time is. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 8th, Chan Sung fouls that first pitch out of play. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Did walk in his last at bat, though. Scored a run, I believe. Oh. Kim Sung Gi still out there. Yeah, as that is going to be a chopper, and the shortstop grabs it, tosses it, not in time, as he's going to leg out an infield single. As the shortstop just threw a little lob over to second base or first base, and it's going to go down as a hit, but it should be an error on this shortstop who just just took his sweet time throwing it over. And Chan Sung unleashes the 50-year-old wheels for an infield single. Wow. All right, Iwan Suk steps in now. His first at bat, he fouls that one away, and it's on 1. He makes the play. He couldn't get a handle on it. All right, here comes the 0-1, and it runs inside 1-1. And misses inside, and it's 2-1. Iwan Suk getting his first at bat of the. Oh, wait for Nick here. Where's Nick? Last time I saw him, he was down at the scorer's table. And that hits him in the midsection, and he is going to be on base. That's going to bring up Ito Yoon getting his first at bat of the day. Is looks like it might have just glanced his midsection and mainly his uniform. All right, Ito Yoon is stepping in, getting his first at bat of the day. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. Kim Sung-gi came in to relieve Kim Saw-jun in the in the last inning. 3 pitches, 3 strikes to get Noshiwan out, but struggling here as he's got no outs, runners on first and second. As Ito Yoon chops that one foul. He gave up a infield hit to Cheon Song as the shortstop couldn't throw him out, and then from there he just hit Iwan Suk. EJ Wan getting his bat and gear ready as he's gonna go hit instead of Che Jae Hoon. Is that's gonna be a swing and a miss, and that's is one away. Oh god. So batting for Che Jae Hoon is everybody's favorite player. And that's in there for a ball, and it's 2-0. Emptying the benches for Hanwha. So I'm going to guess that EJ Wan is going to pinch hit for Shimu Jun. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fouls that one away, and it's 2-1. Oh, he will and he will pinch it for Shimu Jun and then take over at catcher and then and outside 3-1. 405 average as a pinch hitter in his career. Does have one home run. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Sets up on the inside and he lifts that one to left field. Makes the catch. Again, I can't see anything. I can't see anything because the whoever designed the stadium is an absolute idiot and has never once actually watched a baseball game. I have no idea what happened. The entire view is blocked for the 15 meters in left field and right field because you can't see anything because of the piss poor design of the stadium. I don't know. Somebody on Reddit was talking about how it's a great stadium, and I told him that it's an awful, awful stadium with an awful, awful design. And he said, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." All right, EJ Wan pinch hitting here. 0-2 counts quickly, and Kim Sung Gi is looking to try to get out of the inning without damaging anymore. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be a chopper. Third baseman grabs it, steps on the bag, and that will be it for Hanwha on offense. We'll go to the ninth inning. They only need 10 runs, ladies and gentlemen. Only need 10 runs. Not only that, but he's like, "Oh, maybe you have more knowledge than I do, or something like that." So I'll read you the actual. Oh, he said, highlight the game and new stadiums. I was seriously impressed. It is a beautifully designed. Too bad they're really struggling to start the year. I said, cool amenities, but crap design from a baseball fan perspective. So many obstructive views all over the stadium. If I pay for a ticket, I want to see the whole game, not miss anything in the corners of the outfield because they tried to shove an extra 200 seats in the stadium. He said, interesting. After walking around, it felt much better than the old stadium in that regard, much more visible than before. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe you got some data or experience that I don't have. I said, walking around felt better because the concourse is much wider. And then I said, you can see better because the first the rows of seats start below. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. You have no idea what you're talking about. All right. So we will have the top of the ninth here. Number 5 hitter will be leading off. Whoever that ends up being, we'll see if they go with a pinch hitter. So Kim Bin steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. 2 walks, a run scored, and a foul straight back as Jung Woo Ju stays out there. 4 pitches now, 4 strikes. And here comes the 0-2. Big Kiwi just won the fan of the game for Hanwha, as that is outside 1-2. He'll be handing out the hardware to or getting a little autograph ball by one of the players, whoever the player of the game is, as that misses outside, and it's 2-2. Whether it's Yu Hyun Jin or Moon Hyun Bin, or maybe they'll give it to Florio. Who knows? And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Runs way in, and now it's 3-2. And he's got himself a full count here, his third straight full counts. He has walked on his other 2 full counts. Here we go as the time is called. So there are a ton of changes. And the 3-2 is ball 4. He's walked 3 straight at bats, and he'll be on base once again. Ah. All right. Sorry. I'm trying to talk to Nick. He's asking me questions, and that is going to be a strikeout. Sorry, guys. I'll get back to streaming. All right. So 1 away now. Jung Jae Young strikes out his 3rd strikeout of the day. All right. So Jun Tae Hyun steps in. And a swing and a miss there. 2-1. Hey, Jack, can you answer a question? What would Mr. Clutch be in Korean? And that is fouled away, and it's 2-2. What, like, clutch player, like somebody who comes up clutch, what would Mr. Clutch be? The 2-2 pitch. And that's outside 3-2. I don't Hegyo-sa. So Hegyo Sashi or Hegyo Shi. Like, like if you were to call somebody Mr. Clutch, you would call him Hegyo Sa. Nick is giving out the player of the game award, and he's trying to find out for me, but I don't. Yeah, or I'm Mr. Hegyosa, like do like a Konglish. Okay, yeah. So maybe just as that is lifted into left field, Ewan Suck under it, and that'll be 2 away. Mr. Clutch. Clutching him. Yeah, this is that this is him. Yeah, he's pretty good. All right, sorry, I'm back to streaming. All right, 2 outs, an 0-2 count, and that is in the dirt. So 1-2. Yeah, he's pitched. He's had some good games. He's had some bad games. He not, you know, he's being used quite a bit. 2 outs now, first and second. And that is fouled away. Is stays alive. 150 on the gun and 25 pitches now from Jungwoo Ju. And misses there. And a swing and a miss, and that will end the game on another strikeout, his third of the day. The chairman looks on and claps. We've got flashy lights at Hanwha, ladies and gentlemen. Flashy, flashy lights. Hanwha wins 12-2. Yep. They just showed him. That's the first time they've showed him really all day. That was an absolute slaughterhouse. Yeah, the old man. The thing is he only shows up like he often only shows up when Ryuhun Jin is pitching. That's the thing is like is I pay attention to all of the like little side things and like uh let me see if I can which channel is it on? And Reyes gets tagged out at third. All right. So I'm gonna hide this thing real quick. So let's go camera. Let's go camera. We're gonna get rid of lineups, batters, backgrounds. We're gonna go change this to Lotte Stadium and get some lineups and get rid of the score bugs and pitch counts and some strikeouts. There we go. All right. Let's see. Yuji Yuk on the mound, 14 pitches. Kim Min Sung is up to bat for Lotte in the top of the ninth here. And that is going to be roped, but to the left fielder over and under it. And that'll be a 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. I think I got buttons for that. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Yeah. There we go. 2 runs is not enough. Well, those of you watching and the other things, I'm gonna run the end of the Lotte NC game here. So 7-5 here. What are they gonna do? All right, here comes the tiny dancer out on the mound. There we go. All right, Kim Won-jun out on the mound, 6 games, 7 innings, 3 saves, 129 ERA, 157 WHIP. He's got 2 runs to play with, ladies and gentlemen. Stepping in first is going to be Kimmy Jeep. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And that runs up and in, and it's 1-0. And this is a NC is home, but NC is away. If that makes any sense to anyone, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now. 146 on the gun again. NC having lots of issues this year with everything. And the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a chopped foul. Check the skills of the ball boy there. Yeah, and like if you look at the picture, it's from the old Lotte sign and like the same stadium, but the old design because I haven't been there since 2018. All right, Kimmy Jeep, the 1-2 low, and it's 2-2 now. And I don't have because NC hasn't had any home games. I don't have any of my like button stuff set up for NC, so I can't do the score bugs for NC. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop gets it, throws over to first base, and that is one away. Junmin Jae has taken over at shortstop because, well, there's not really anybody else in Busan that knows how to play shortstop and hit above the Mendoza line, I guess. All right, so here we go. One down in the bottom of the ninth. The Kim Wong Jun ready to dance on the mound once again. Oh Young Soo, 3-run shot in his last at bat. He's 2 for 3 on the day. And that misses low, 1-0. This is his first game of the season. Oh, that would be so bad to get walked off in your own stadium. As that is ripped into center field, and he's going to be on base for the third time today. Again, this is his first game. He has not played yet this season. First game, he's got 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Not a bad debut on the season. Where was he at? Just hanging out, hitting 417 in the Futures League. All right, here we go. Runner on first now. Batter is Kim Young Jun. Kim Young Jun, 3 home runs on the season. He's second on the team. Has not had a good showed some signs back in 2020, but after his military duty is just fallen off. He is hitting 263 on the season though. And the 0-1 is misses outside, 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch outside. It's 2-1. Pitch number 10. So he took over for Pakse Hyuk back behind the plates, and he was 0 for 1 on the day. What did he do? He flied out. So I don't know where he flew out to, but he flew out to somebody. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch and swing and a miss at a pitch below the zone, and it's 2-2 on ball 3. A fork ball drops down. I still haven't figured out why so many Koreans throw fork balls. Yeah, another 3+ hour game. Thank goodness they got the pitch clock. Otherwise, we'd be measuring Lotte games in days, not hours. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and fouls it away. Just gets a piece of it. It stays 2-2. Lotte gonna get walked off in their own stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's super weird. Like I could only imagine being at the stadium. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strikes him out on a pitch below the zone once again. I assume that Lotte is still in the home side. Yeah. Because I'm like looking, I'm like, is Lotte actually going to have to play from the visitors' dugouts? But no, you can see there that they're on the first base side. The cheerleaders are above the first base dugouts. 2 away now. As we'll have a assume a pinch hitter. Yep, Soho Cho will step in. 250 on the season. All right, sets up right down the middle and misses outside 1-0 on pitch number 14. Soho Chol, 250 on the season, 0 home runs though. Last year against Lotte, he hit 404. Maybe that's why they're pinch hitting here. All right, the 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle once again and misses outside, and it's 2-0. He keeps missing outside. In the last batter, Kim Hyung Jun struck out on what would have been ball 4. He is 2 for 4 against Kim Won Jun in his career. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sets up down the middle once again, and that's a curveball right down the middle, 2-1. Yeah, I mean, of course. Wouldn't be a Lotte game if it was quick and simple. And last year, Kia. Or are you saying it's easy to lose to? It is super easy to lose to Kia or LG. All right, here we go. That's fouled away. 2-2 counts. Pitch number 18 of the inning for Tiny to answer. As he fouls it into his own dugouts, tries to take out his teammates. All right, now here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Runner on first, tying run at the plate in pinch hitter Soho Chol. He sets up down the middle and he's going to chop that to the second baseman. Grabs it, throws to first, and that's will be it. Game over. Lotte wins, Hanwha wins, NC loses, and Kiwoom loses. And that will move Lotte up in the rankings, and Lotte will move up to the looks like the 7 spots in the league. Hanwha will be in 8th. Kia will drop down to 9th. And Kiwoom hanging out by themselves down in 10th. So that'll be it. I'm not going to recap this game because I didn't really watch much of it. And there we go. So thank you guys tuning in tomorrow. Again, tomorrow is supposed to be kind of some rain. So tomorrow I'll be streaming the 2 o'clock game, Doosan versus LG, as long as it is played. If it is not played, there is the once again the Kiwoom Hanwha game will also be at 2 o'clock. So if one of those games is canceled, or sorry, the Samsung KT game is also at 2 o'clock. So if one of those is canceled, then I will stream the other one. But and then after that, I will stream the SSG versus Kia game if the game that I'm streaming it finishes early. But I honestly think that a lot of the games are going to end up being canceled because the Hanwha game, the Lotte game, and the Kia game are all 5 o'clock games, and they're going to get rain later in the day versus the LG and the KT game, which are going to get rain earlier in the day. And so I really think that it might be a full washout day. But I will be doing I will attempt to be doing the Doosan versus LG game. If not, I will be back on Sunday to do what did I say? I think the Samsung versus KT game on Sunday. So Needless to say, tomorrow, 2 o'clock game, if possible. If not, a 5 o'clock game. But if not possible either, I'll see you guys on Sunday for the Samsung versus KT game. I have put up next week's schedule also up on the community tab, the post. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like for you guys. I just know what it looks like for me. Uh, but it is up there for next week, except for the Sunday game. You can vote on the Sunday game. And then also next week's weekday games, you can vote on those up there on the post also. This weekend, I'll be finalizing my studio to start bringing you starting next, not next week, but the week after. I will start bringing you guys the weekly show, as I've been waiting for all of the teams to play each other at least one time so I can have some data to go back and forth, let the early season ebbs and flows kind of simmer down a bit. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out as I went to do the second game. Yeah, I'm trying to do it'll basically be a recap of the previous week, and then a preview of the upcoming week is my plan. I am a little worried about it being too much for me to be able to do in such a short time. I'm hoping that after I get kind of into a routine that I'll be able to crank them out a little bit easier. But you can't see it here, but I have an entire kind of a studio set up in the other part of my room here to hopefully be able to bring you guys a weekly English KBO show. So hopefully, again, hopefully, I keep saying this because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. But I have all the gear, I have all the plans, I have the editing software, I have the cameras, I have all of that stuff. It's just whether or not I'm going to have the enough time to be able to get it done. It may end up being a little late some days or some weeks, or I may have to cut it down to just a preview show or something like that. So, but anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock or 5 o'clock or Sunday at 2 o'clock. One of those times I will be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. And once again, until next time.